Once you are on here, leave a comment, let us know that you're here. Type out a couple sentences, let us know what you would like to discuss or what items you would like to see this evening. I'm sitting here thinking I have water here and it's pre-workout.
Surprise.
It tastes really good.
I bet.
Not what I need to be drinking right now. A lot of shirts there shipping. Hey guys, what's going on? So, 8 mag stacked rigs coming off the line. These will start shipping tomorrow. They need cleanup. Multicam 1-quart canteen covers. Those hold the 60 round drums. They will hold 5 M4 mags. They will hold a 1-quart with the cup. Somebody ordered this and asked for it custom. Orange thread on a 6x12. Pretty nice. Came out really nice. The first laser cut Pals stocking. This is literally why I bought the laser, so that I could put red behind the Pals. That's literally the no bullshit reason. That's what I bought that massive fucking laser for. Multicam butt packs. Now is a great time to order. We can ship you one tomorrow morning. Same with those multicam 1-quarts. You could put 4 or 5 of those on your rig and straight out use them as mag pouches. 8 mag stacks. We've got a bunch of those out here. Rallymans with pistols. Rallymans without pistols. Rallymans without pistols were built yesterday, I think. I've got a bunch of them up front. I think we built those yesterday. And that means those ones are the ones with the pistol mags. More 8 mag stacks all over. It's like the entire shop just threw up multicam 8 mag stacked chest rigs. Those are the big ones. Those hold primarily 8 M4 or AK mags. Does both perfect. And it gives you 4 columns of Pals on the side, so you can put real medical pouches, real sustainment pouches there. Plus, you could put that, like no bullshit, you could put that over the entire rifle kit. And that would give you fighting load in addition to all that load on the belt.
Can it be about 3 inches tall?
And if what?
Can it be about 3 inches tall?
The Grinch? Yeah. Yeah, you've got, yeah, that would Velcro on a 3-inch patch. Pouch
It's
Velcro.
like 2.9 something.
Yeah, print it out. Let's see what it looks like. Here's a bunch of the Halloween bags, the very first of the Halloween bags. So those orders start shipping tomorrow morning. We did a shitload of belts today. I cut a bunch more belts tonight. About half of those are out here. Here's some belts that didn't get sewn today. Here's some belts that I cut this evening. That's about half of them. There's more. Here are those Rallymans with pistols right there. So now's a great time if you're wanting to put those together, or you're wondering what to give somebody in your family or your group. Or you just don't really like your little brother, so you're going to buy that shit and just call it his. If you ever make it here in a bug out situation, I'll have this rig for you. And really, you bought yourself another rig, but killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Did some of these. Some guy's woman had a meltdown. Did you see that email I forwarded you?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah, she's still fucking going.
She's still going?
Yeah, who the fuck is we? Have your husband order this next time.
It's the Turner Company.
Who's we? You got a fucking mouse in your pocket? Webdad, Simmerwell, Seaside, Byron, Jason, Power Courage, Mr. X. It just jumped. Mr. X, Paul, what's up? Brandon, Eagle, 3. I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're good. Chitty Bang Bang, what's up? You still make lever gun rigs? Of course we do. I've been thinking about getting a Marlin lever gun. Awesome. There's some nice lever guns out there, man. Chewy, what's up? Byron Roberts. James Young, what's going on? I saw a post. I would have sworn it was you. I know it's not you. I don't know who it is though. Somebody works at a grocery store, and they had shown a text that says, "This is me giving you official verbal notice that you cannot work any overtime, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Cool, I put in my resignation right now. Hundreds of hours are stolen from my department every week." And I thought of you. I don't think it was you, though, but I recognize the other guy's name. I just don't know who he is. Kevin Timmer, what's up? Simmerwell, new shame video coming. I had intended to do it. If I don't do it right away, like when time comes to do it tomorrow, I'll be like, man, fuck that bitch. We'll see when I read the emails in the morning. I'm sure she has authored some more shitty emails. Her last one was, how do you know I was ordering it for my husband? Come on, because that's, you bitches always do that. You're either a little cunt and you're ordering it for your husband, or you're some little fucking bitch and you're ordering it for your husband. Whether you got a penis or a vagina, you were definitely ordering it for somebody else. They love it when you're like, hey, I'm running a promo. I'm going to use your name as a discount code. So watch out for that. And let your husband know he can reorder, and I'm sure he can achieve what you were unable to accomplish. And she's like, you don't have my permission to use my name or likeness. I'm like, oh, just rest your little head, you pretty little thing. Just, the world doesn't work like you think this fucking works. I can use whatever the fuck I want to use. If you insert yourself and skyline yourself and make yourself known, well, that's on you. But if I don't drive the traffic to you and I use your name and don't put your personal information, fuck you. Like, that's just how the world is. Jeff Tabor, what's up? Rolling Acres. So is there a video coming? I don't know whether the wind will be in my sails or not. What do you have for a composition book cover? A lot. How about you tell me what you want and we'll go look. Are you seeing the Northern Lights? No, I don't think we're seeing them down here. Will the Louis Vuitton bags survive the laser? Can we cut them? Yeah, sure, we can cut them. I've been surprised what we can cut, because I would think it lights on fire, but it actually has quite a draw fan, so it actually extinguishes. Like, we've cut a lot of cotton material that we use for liners and stuff. Like, when you light it with a lighter, it really smokes and smells like wood burning. But the laser extinguishes that. It just shoots right through it. Just loaded up my day pack. Nice. Thanks for the order, dude. Stockings look great. Thanks. Yeah, I think they look really good. We just put that red behind them. The only thing we will probably add, it won't get on the stockings, but if we do laser cut for real, we will drill a dot through there also, so that you can tie off bungee cord. Do you have any woodland composition book covers? Coyote shooting sound? Probably. Let's go look. Guys, if this dies, just sit tight a minute or two. I will switch networks and we'll get it back on. This is the shirt for the week. It is the red logo, made in the motherfucking USA. If that's not you, completely understand. Don't order it. If you like that, this is the shirt this week. Rallyman subloads, subgun subloads, Rallyman subloads, Rallyman subloads, Rallyman subloads, subgun subloads, spent mags, CQB subloads, spent mags, 3x6 subloads, sand socks, Highlander, multicam black, multicam, Typhon, Coyote, and black. Larger Nalgene bottles, standard Nalgene bottles, 6x12s, 2 quarts, 1 quarts, jet boils, Rallymans all across here. Now's a good time to get some shit ordered for Christmas. You guys use these codes that require promos. No promises. You guys want that shit fast? You go ahead and use the code. Put in notes, hey, I don't need the free thing. It'll ship right away. Composition book covers. Are we live? Are we live? Composition book covers. Multicam woodland orange. Multicam black. Highlander orange. Straight woodland. Highlander orange. Woodland orange. There's a couple TIFF blues. Those are probably not even available to order. Multicam black red. We are discontinuing everything TIFF blue. I've also got the 5x7s to match most of that. stand-up pouches, half stand-ups, micro cocks, 3-cell pocket slides, lots of options there, more micro cocks, pocket slide standard, EDC organizers, injectable cases. Where are my cigar cases? Cigar cases here, EDC organizers, There's a lot of them in there. A lot of options. Flat packs on the bottom. Shotgun cards, 7.62 cards, pull out trays, 7.62 M1 Grand shotgun, pocket organizers, butt packs, hydration carriers, bifold tool carriers, fanny packs, more fanny packs, chest rigs, tool bags. We've got a little bit of inventory. Large mesh pockets. There's a laptop case right there. Subgun single mag pouches. Mesh pockets here. Large mesh pockets here. I've heard you talk about bins of scrap. Would you ever sell those? Or no fucking way. It's not worth my time. No. Would I sell bins? Let me show you bins of scrap, okay? So you have some kind of idea. There are bins of scrap there with scrap piled on top of it. That is a 20-gallon Rubbermaid tote with 100 times more piled on top. Let me give you that entire table underneath there is a pile of multicam black scrap. Like no bullshit, no exaggeration whatsoever. There's 10 grand in scrap sitting there. Multicam here. Black here. There's bins under there. Multicam black here. OD. Like I use that. I actually grab these. There's probably 2 grand sitting right there. I grab those and actually work out of those. I actually use, when I'm cutting stuff, I'll take the biggest pieces and cut those off a roll. And then I'll take the 3 smallest pieces. Like if I was cutting these, for instance, right? I would take this and this, and I would pick the scrap, and I would take as many of these as I can out of there. And then I would take as many as these out of the next one. And any of the small pieces, I would, next time I'm cutting something else, especially like EDC stuff, I just keep running it. And when I have another piece of scrap off of, after I cut this, I put those in piles and I work those out of bins. I cut all the way down. Now, cost-wise, it is not effective to pay a normal employee to do that. But me personally, I have enough material sitting here in scrap that John Willis could operate on a custom basis for another 10 years. What's the main difference between CQB and Rallyman? CQB subload. The mag pouches hold 2 M4 mags, which means they also hold 3 MP5 mags, a full-size smoke, or 16 rounds of buckshot on a pull-out tray, on a 16-round tray, perfectly. What they don't do is hold AK mags or 308 mags. Now, the Rallyman is the same looking thing. The mag pouches are wider. Those will hold 3 M4 mags per pocket, which means they will hold 2 308 mags or 2 AK mags. You can still put a smoke in there. The recon units, they would put 3 M4 mags in one and put a Pelican box in the other one. I have a Tiffany Blue tool pod on order. If it is discontinued, can I just get it? Yeah, you absolutely can. When we get to that point, we will reach out to you. If you think we are to that point, like if it's the only thing on your order, just let me know what the order number is. If there is any kind of promo on there, You ain't waiting on the tool pod. You're waiting on the promo. We would have already reached out to you. CQB will hold 4 10-round mags. What is a 10-round mag? A CQB will hold 4 30-round 5.56 mags. What is the minimum size round count Glock mags to work in pistol mag subload? Stick mags, dude. They're big. The mag slots are big, right? You're not going to put a Glock 7. You're not going to put a 17-round mag in here like a 17 or a 21. Even if you bumped it up, like you could, in theory, this lid is Velcroed in here. You could tuck that ridiculously low, but it's not made for pistol mags. It is made for subgun mags, pistol caliber carbine. It's going to hold 30s. It'll hold the MPX mags. I mean, fuck, you can put a P90 mag in there, but the lid doesn't work appropriately. Guys do it after we tell them not to. Brian Fraser, what's up, man? Cali mag. So is a 10-round Cali mag, is that in fact a 30-round mag that just has like a plate or something in it, or a block in the bottom? Is it still the same height? I made brownies with sweetened condensed milk rather than oil and water tonight. Only way to do it now. Add heavy cream on the top, and I got diabetes. I'll bet you do. How come Walmart doesn't have dialysis clinics inside yet? Is the Brown Man day pack you showed last night still available? I'm sure it is. I don't know. I'm sure it is. Build video random scrap builds. I mean, why? We've got so many other build videos. Like, do you want to just see how I work the scrap? I mean, we could do that. But I mean, there's so many better, like we haven't run out of shit to build yet. I have a Tiffany Blue tool pod. Are those tables with all the scrap under them the cutting station? Yes, they are. So Jaeger made my first cutting tables. These ones here were made by an old man named Mac. So they're not 4x4s. These are all made of 2x4s. It's pretty cool how they did it, right? So that's a 2x4 right there with that brace. And this is a 2x4 with that brace running to this side. And this is 2x4s just all the way around the 4x8 perimeter. These are birch plywood. They're really nice. And if you flip it over, they're brilliant on the underside. This is 10 years of surface damage on these. And inevitably, you just have fucking assholes work here that don't give a fuck, that just destroy these tables. Like, you'll just have some kid work here for 90 days and not really pay attention, and it'll have totally destroyed. Like, most of the damage, the 10 years of damage on this table occurred in like 90 days. But if you flip them over, can you see that underneath? I don't know if you can. They're fucking pristine underneath. And yeah, that's a cut table, and that's a cut table, head to head. So like Cody works here, Heather works there, and then we got a few other people that rotate in. This here is a clip and clean table. This is where the work comes up and the threads get cut and assembly happens and marking. And then this was my cut table. There was 2 of them back here, and Cody has stolen one of my tables and uses it for rollout. The rolls sit here that feed into the machine. And then this one here, for lack of some place to put this shit, this has just captured all this shit. I really need one of these tables out in the other podcast room where the video stuff is. However, I've been using, here, I'll show you, Lowe's, and they will deliver them to you for free. These tables are $200 a piece nowadays. There's one here, there's one there, there's 2 here, there's a few in the garage. But in the snake room, in the snake building, we just got 2 brand new ones. And you can get these with the frames. You can get them in black, red, gray, and a couple of other colors. And they now come with a pull pin that actually threads in, and these tops come much lower and considerably higher, and you can now get them with casters. So I've got 2 of them. There's a video coming out that Brandel's putting up right now. We were just going back on naming the title, on the duffel bag. We took that canvas duffel bag, deconstructed it, and made this tool bag out of it. That video is about to go up. I don't know when it will go live, but you can see those tables in there. For lack of some place to do it, we took those 2 tables and put them head to head and did the deconstruction in the snake room, in the snake building. And those tables, I like them very much. I think I'm going to get 3 of them for the podcast studio and a 4th one to put on the side just to put equipment and tools as I'm working. But for cutting, 3 of these head to head would be perfect. That would give you 6 by, are these 8 feet or 6 feet? I think these are 8 feet. Anyways, they're really nice. You could build that table there for a couple $100. You could buy one of these for a couple $100, but these, I like them very much. And the casters, you have to pay extra for the casters, but the casters lock. And just being able to put it at the height I like will be great. And in the podcast studio, where depending what we're doing, room can be an issue, because that building's only 40 feet. It's 14 by 40. So to have those tables where I can flat them against the wall side by side, but bring them out and make a larger table with them will be perfect. Hey, John, do you ever get a wood burning? I do not have a wood burning stove. I still do not. Work is absolutely crucial. Thanks. John, do you remember building update videos? Do you remember building update videos? You said it was so big. Scully said you would run out of room less than 10. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're completely out of room in here. We've added 4 more little, buildings, Amish buildings. Amanda's building is 14 by 40, I think, the blue building. That was her apothecary kitchen, which is really more 3D print now than anything, like the freeze dryers out there and shit. The snake building is 16 by 60. The podcast studio is 14 by 40. And then there's another one that is 14, it might be 12. I think it's 14 by 36. And then the feed shed is, they hold 3D printers well too. Yeah, the feed shed is 12 by 30, I think. Ross, what's up? Work is absolutely crucial. Shot at FMP 90, 16-inch barrel. Even with a short barrel, I think the gun is not worth shit. Have you seen pumpkin face pattern board snakes? Were those genetically engineered bred? I don't have a clue what we're talking about. Pumpkin face pattern board snake. I don't know what that is. The Obscura day packet's here. I haven't ever listed it for sale. Uncensored, your order number there. What are we talking about? What's on the order, dude? Probably could cut some foam and stuff it in the bottom. You could, but it's not ideal, man. The lid is not set up to run a short mag like that. Could you make it do it? Yes. Would you like it? You won't like it. We used to make a pistol subload that held 3 pistol mags. We also made a subload that held 2 flashbangs and 2 pistols, if I recall. They didn't sell. They sold so infrequently that we actually removed it from the product line 20 years ago, probably. We had it simply because Eagle and Blackhawk had it. Blackhawk had it because they copied everything Eagle did. We did it because a couple guys asked for it, and Eagle had it. So, like, I learned quickly the best thing to say is no. It like building little things when, like, you got dudes ask all the time, will you do this thing? I'm like, no. They're like, why? Because you're literally the only person that's asked for it. And when you chase that around, man, it just frees you up to do what you do well. Buy the 3x, that's exactly it. Buy the 3x6 subload and put dual pistols on it, or single pistols, or subgun, single subguns and pistols, or CQB or a Rallyman and pistols. There's so much you can do with that 3x6. John, snakes popped up today on IG. Looks like smiley face snakes now have jack-o'-lantern on white. I'm not familiar. I don't know. I don't know, man. I have some snakes that have smiley faces on their head. They're Cow Kings. Whenever I see one like that, I buy it. The 3-mag pistol shingle is a great product. Thank you. For an apartment setting, is a pistol caliber carbine or a small rifle caliber preferable? I'd tell you to take some classes, man. Like take some classes. You can have over penetration with both of those, right? And then you have 5.56. Like I was there when they were shooting a lot of frangible ammunition, and they actually had some frangible ammunition that would not go through sheetrock. It would not penetrate. But then when, I don't remember who made that. Maybe it was Federal. They had some Federal frangible that was fucking shooting straight out of the building too. So I don't know. I would hope that you spend as minimal time as possible in an apartment. But John, it's a great idea. We will be millionaires. I get that a lot, man. Hey, I have this great idea. Will you sign this NDA? You have such a fucking great idea that I have to sign an NDA. I will never sign an NDA. Especially when a dude, because every single time I'm like, no, just give me a hint as to what it is. And I go get it out of a bag. We've already made the shit. In 30 years, there is not any new shit that I need to sign an NDA for. Sully, what's up, dude? Essential fighting belt attachments. Are you saying what should you put on a fighting belt? My guy? Like asking that another way. Give me more information. What I think I should have versus what I think you should have, it's all situation dependent, dude. Do you need pistol mags? Not if you're not fucking carrying a pistol. Should you be carrying a pistol? Your pistol's to fight to your rifle. Like, is there a situation where you don't need a pistol? Not today. But when the time comes to carry a rifle, in the room you can carry a pistol. The weight it takes to carry a pistol, you could carry 90 more bullets for your M4. Vince Vega, what's up? Today's my day off, watching conspiracy videos all day, high off caffeine and nicotine. Okay, Big Oos, I'm with you. I do that a lot while I'm taking care of shit on the property. And it's fun, right? And when I have conspiracy theory knowledge, the view count for my videos is up. But can you monetize it, right? Are you better off watching how to day trade cryptocurrency and take $5,000 and turn it into 20 grand in a 3-hour period? Or are you better off with conspiracy theory video, right? Would you be better off putting information in your head that adds to you? Because while the conspiracy theory is definitely fun, and we know that everybody is out to get us, if you turned that off, what could you listen to that actually made you better tomorrow? And I get it, dude. We did 126 episodes back to back on conspiracy theory. You know how much money I made from it? Not a fucking dime. And then for 4 years, people were like, will you bring back Pulling the Thread podcast? Bring back the #1 comment anywhere was, when are you going to do some more conspiracy theory shit? But it wasn't important enough for people to fucking watch it enough. Like, it never paid. I believe that a lot of the conspiracy theory shit that people, and I'm not saying you, dude, but I believe that is out there to pacify you, right? Because you can't go anywhere with it. It like, while it's fun, what does it keep you from doing? It literally stupefies you. I want a 9-foot tall Sasquatch to put in the trees along. Oh, motherfuckers would shoot that all the time, man. Do one of the steel cutouts, the rusty one. They would be shoot. Dude, you get bullets all the fucking over the place with that. That'd be worse than a stop sign on a back fucking road. Yeah, bread and circuses. That's what we should call our podcast. All battle belts require moon pies, a cup of noodles, and a diet. I had a cup of noodle the other night. Is there anything besides gear building that you thought would be your thing? Dirt bike. I thought I was going to ride dirt bikes when I was a kid. I did. I have a lot of damage from riding dirt bikes. I have a lot of fond memories. I have friends from that. I started a whole nother company called JW Industries, which was basically dirt bikes, lifestyle type clothing. What did I put into that? I put $2,000 into that and turned that into $15,000 in 90 days back then, pre-internet. Yeah, I don't know.
You thought it was gonna be a porn star.
I thought I was going to be a porn. I did a lot of porn star, but I never made any money doing porn. All your videos, everyone you do is awesome. Thank you, dude. Aaron, thank you. True. I've learned all these conspiracies, but I tell myself my life hasn't changed knowing these things, so back to reality. No, they're fun, man. They are. And you impress your friends, right? When you throw out that random knowledge, it does help wake people up. Keep in mind you don't need to wake everybody up, but you might find your person from that or your group of people. Like Jada. Yeah, John Willis, Matt, who worked for me in Oceanside, used to always call me J-Dub all the time. So it was J-Dub Industries, and it looked just like, and Devil Girl Racing was another one we had. That was part of it. It was just a Devil Girl, and the G had a tail and horns on it. We did like beanies and t-shirts and stickers. We started, we had a bunch of stickers printed out, and we were going to the desert every weekend, so we started slapping them. We started passing them out in Akatia Wells and putting them in the bathrooms. They have like porta potties out there, like, you know, concrete built ones. So we started giving, we always had black motorcycles, black trucks, black tents, black trailers. So it always kind of drew a crowd when that wasn't really the thing. Like, people knew who like the Metal Militia guys were, but we clearly were not them. We rode with some of those guys occasionally. But it just drew a crowd. So we always passed out stickers and merchandise and shit. And it got to the point within about 6 weeks where we were seeing our stickers on the back of police cars in Carlsbad and Oceanside, the back of stop signs. So it went quickly, but it got to the point, and that was getting close to where I was going to self-surrender to prison. So it just kind of went away. We were doing some videos, and I was we were doing videos with what is that big camera that they shot all the porn with?
Red.
Huh?
Red.
No, way before Red camera. VXR 2000. I still have that. There's quite a cult following for those things. So we would shoot all that stuff, and then I was trying to chop it together, but I was downloading through an RCA into a computer. Like, it was early days, early days. Trying to put music to it. Sometimes it scares people when you give them conspiracy shit, and Google even tells them it's true now. Yeah, people they just don't want to, and maybe they're better off living in the world they live in, right? You don't have to wake everyone up. You should make a library of all your old cameras. I should. Like, we go into antique stores, and they always have these cool displays of old cameras. And I always send them to Brandel, and he's like, man, that's so cool. I have 20 old sewing machines that we intend to put out on the wall in the podcast room. Old sewing machines. I have injuries from when I was young that hurt. Yeah, they always tell you, like, you're going to feel this when you get older. You're like, nah, I'll never feel that. For my 30th birthday, I bought a set of steps. When I first moved here, I would just slide out of my truck with 37s and just hop, skip, jump up onto the 3-foot loading dock. And now I have, like, I'm about to buy steps for the Snake building, and we bought steps for Amanda's building. I can't afford to fucking twist my ankle nowadays. Possibly a dumb one, but does your padded war belt work with your modular vest? Yeah, let me get one. I'll show you. padded belt. Now keep in mind also, I don't sell these. Like, you can't get one of these. So it's kind of a moot point. This one here is obviously probably a 30. I wear 32-inch pants. I would call this a 30. What does the size in this say? I don't know. But I mean, I'm also a 32. And it will, and most people too, I found that people don't know where they're supposed to wear a fucking belt, right? This is over my belt, right? This is over my belt loops. So over a belt, 32 pants, this will cinch down. So I could wear this at 32, I could wear it at 34, but I would probably call this a 30. Will this work with my modular vest? Yes and no.
Are you playing Rambo?
Playing Rambo? Hey, take your shirt and bra off and come put this on. I'm just kidding. Just stay where you are. Can you put this with this? And should you put this with this? Okay. Can you attach this to this? Here is the belt loop. Can you attach this to this? Yes. Where does this fall? And where does this fall, right? So you could put this through this PALS. Is it meant to? It's not meant to. It's meant for just a 2-inch belt. Could you lock this in here? Yes. Depending on you, right? Where does your fat sit? How tall is your torso? Yeah, some guys totally could. You could. And it would go right there. By putting this in here though, you lose that PALS. Does that matter? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe if you're putting a rally man right there, you lock it to these two and you lock it to this bottom one and this one's over it. Probably won't matter. You could probably do it. Well, you could do it. Will you like it? A lot of guys get stuck on what they think is supposed to be, not the fact that it still actually works, right? But it doesn't matter because you can't buy one of these. We can't build them. I charge $250 for these. Every time I make one, they're always a little bit different. I will take the math for a 32 and go, all right, I'm gonna make a 38-inch belt, so I will cut all the materials 6-inch longer, and when it comes out, it's still not what I think should be 38. So, and when I put them into production, they never fucking, they're always a cattywampus. You can get a lot of belts out there way cheaper than $250. They take me an hour and a half to 2 hours to make, and people are like, but $250 for 90 minutes of work, that's great. It is. But I can sit on the computer for 90 minutes and make a couple $1,000 by making a few posts. So where is my time better spent? I have everything, but I get it. I get it. I wish you had an old VCR videos from Oceanside Ranger Dave Scully. I wish you had old. I wish I had them too. We weren't really videoing a lot of that, right? I definitely wouldn't want like my kids seeing all that shit. Do you think the laser cutter could help quality control on them? No, not at all. It's not the laser. It's the skilled labor. There's a reason you don't see belts like my tapered war belt, right? You might see a belt that kind of looks like the tapered war belt. When you see me selling a belt for $250 and you see a similar looking belt and it's $100 or $50, there is a real fucking reason why. Like, there is a huge fucking difference in those belts. Where do you think you're losing translation in the belt measurements? I don't know. I don't know. Like when we give them to production, like when I sew these, I start at the center, right? So I've got all this long webbing both ways. I sew this set, and then I come back to center and sew this set. And then I come back to center and sew the next set, and I keep working it out, right? I keep working from the center out. And when I put it out to production, I'll get it, and the belt will come back twisted. There'll be a fucking twist in it. Or and I'm not just handing them to people that can't sew. Like, I'm giving them to the better people in the building, and they just still, and I don't have time to figure out how to get them to do this because they're busy building 8-mag stack chest rigs and like real shit, right? It's not like they're building $5 pouches. They're building $500 items. SOE sells a 2-inch duty belt that you can use for a rifle. Absolutely. 2-inch duty belt is what we put on these LBVs for 30 years. Max, what's up, man? 30 years we've used the 2-inch duty belt. And guys, like, we made a pad that went inside, and every company made a pad that strapped onto that 2-inch duty belt. And 90% of the time you saw somebody with a pad, they always took the pad off. Like, I know it's gonna blow people's minds, but on a rucksack, dudes doing real shit, like really doing shit with an Alice pack, they don't use the waist belt. They just don't. In a combat infantry, combat special operations role, they don't use the fucking waist belt. I thought the padded war belt was used for the jungle rig. It is, but I don't sell it. We put them up for sale. I cannot produce them. I have said that from day one. Any video you've ever seen about the jungle rig, I don't sell that belt. You can get any belt at all, you can put the jungle rig together on. Any belt, whether it's my belt or the USMC belt, any belt, you can put it on. Wrap the belt of an Alice pack behind the frame. That's what they do. That's always what they do. Jordans for street combat. I mean, you see guys using you see like real shooters wearing fucking Chuck Taylors and shit like that. Yeah, especially for like VBSS, visit board search seizure, and shipboarding and stuff. I want to build belts. Like, I always intend to sit down and build a belt a day. I just have fucking so much other shit that I do. I mean, look, I'm in the building right now at 9:30, still doing this. Grab the 2-inch duty belt. It'll absolutely work. And if you ever finally get one of these fancier belts, then you'll have that other belt. You'll have a whole nother, kit together. And I get it. You're taking rally mans and stuff with pals, and it goes on this. You can use the belt attachments and put them. You can also use the malice clips and put them on any 2-inch belt. Custom Centric, what's up? Where do you think you're losing? Yeah, got it. We've read all these. Who on here has one? Anybody on this video have one of these belts? You're not Sigma. I don't know what that means. I don't know what your fucking name means either, so it doesn't really fucking matter what the fuck you say. Did your mom slam your head on your fucking keyboard and that's how that name came to be? Are you trying to insult me? John, have you had anyone use the padded suspenders under a chest rig? You absolutely can. Especially if you just run the webbing instead of a padded set. John made my service dog Pitbull Kano a Velcro back 2-inch duty. I did, yeah. That was a fucking big dog, man. How big was that? I remember that. How big was that collar? I bought one off Amazon and it worked just fine. I bought mine because of loyalty to the brand and knowledge that it was built by quality. My recommendations: buy whatever works, right? I'm super brand loyal on some things. I don't even speak my fucking language. I'm 52. I'm better looking than you. I've had way more pussy than you. I definitely make more money than you. You're here anonymously. You seem to know or think you know who I am. Speak my fucking language if you want to have a conversation with me. JR, you have an SOE belt, right on. I appreciate it. Thank you. We need to invest in cloning tech so we can clone John. USMC utility belt works. Does it, Patrick? Shave. When you suck my dick more than my wife does, we'll worry about whether I shave because some dude who calls himself Bag of Sand is concerned with my appearance. I have a few SOE belts anymore. Thanks. I cut a lot of SOE belts. We've been, while we're building standard black on black or straight black belts, we've been running extras. I have about 100 for inventory on SOE quick ship, 100 black on black EDC belts, and 1.5 Cobras. Those will be no Velcro. They are straight, just black on black. No color options or anything. But when we put those up, you ship, and it ships the following day, guaranteed. We've had 2 orders now off quick ship. Check. I was just about to ban that turd. Thank you. I've had 2 orders off quick ship that we have had to refund because we didn't have the product somehow. I can measure it, John. Tip of Kano's collar. That's what I thought, man. It was the size of a fucking belt. All the belts are SOE except my jungle kit. Patrick, thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. I would like to buy an SOE dump pouch, but I wouldn't use it enough to justify getting one at this point. So I got a USMC. Right on. Get what works, man. The truth is, like, if you're talking about like armed civilian resistance, right? What is it Bear's calling it? Civilian Resistance Operations, CRO. It doesn't matter what brand the kit is. You're going to need to put together, because it's going to be you and 5 of your asshole friends that didn't listen to you, right? So if you fucking put together 6 sets of gear, it doesn't matter what fucking brand it is. You're going to need to have the shit when you need to have it. This stuff, super pretty. But the fact is, if we're building this shit for real in a hurry and we have to arm a bunch of people, we're not inside in these seams. These seams are going to be fucking outside. We're not even fucking burning threads. Everything's going to be fucking rough and raw, and it's still going to fucking work. Can't get enough SOE gear, not trying to glaze. Thanks, dude, Witch Dr. Bob. Right on, I really want one of your padded war belts. Eventually. What size? What size pants? I have an SE Cobra Riggers belt that is probably 10 years old. Yeah, guys, we got belts out there that are 30 years old right now. I imagine you've already done the day's product show. Any chance have any purple girly curl? Yeah, I do. Hold on. SOE dump pouch is dope. It is. So is the roll-up dump pouch. And if you can't justify it for mags, it makes a good foraging bag. It's a great bag out in the garden. It's a. We got 25% off right now. Toiletry bags. If this dies, give me a minute and it'll reboot. So toiletry bag, I have purple. I think we had 12 of those yesterday. We have purple. I've got Typhon purple, Typhon multi-cam Typhon pink. I've got, that's the girly colors. I have multi-cam with pink in it for toiletry bags. I have a purple Fupa dangler. I've got some splatter clothes bags, medium Typhon pink clothes bags, multi-cam purple clothes bag, purple tool bag, multi-cam black Tiff blue tool bag, purple boot bags, purple micro cocks. You can put your weed in there.
Works really good to hold quarters.
Works really good to hold Krugerrands.
Well, quarters for the
Silver dollars. 38 normal day, 40 I get it. 40 I get it, man. I have a thing of eggnog in the fridge. Received another order yesterday. Scoped wrecker. Thank you, man. Typhon just go. Typhon does. Multicam Black does too. Yeah, it really does. Not knocking your gear at all, but the skill to do it with the JanSport backpack cliff bar. Yeah, but JanSport backpack's gonna fucking fall apart. Like, for real. A modern day JanSport is fucking garbage. Old JanSport, you find an old JanSport, fuck, they're still out there kicking. I have Multicam Black TIFF large tool bag on order. Yep, they're nice. They're super nice. I have no large tool bags right now. We've got some cut. We've got a bunch in line. Roll-up dump pouch is really great, and it's super small footprint. It is, yeah. Everyone in my household has a rig. Plus, I have 3 different rigs for me. Jose, thank you, dude. I'm glad you're here, man. Would you ever make a padded binocular bucket for inside the Fupa XL? No, probably not. You're literally the only dude that's asked for it. I don't carry my binoculars in padded shit. I don't carry my night vision in padded shit. I don't carry my drones in padded shit. It just takes so much fucking room to pad it. And if it's not ruggedized enough to not be padded, I'm not carrying it. All my girls have SOE day packs, covert pack. Wife says there's no, but oh, nice. Thank you. And Andrew, that's not to say you're wrong, but no, like if I padded it up to put a pair of binos, like you're going to have a tiny ass pair of binos. Not all of us can be so privileged. I thought maybe he sold you one of his or something. I saw him ask, how's that belt on the Jungle Kit? He does have a NSW rig though. So that's pretty baller. I have both the spent mag pouch and also the roll-up dump. They're both, yeah, completely different animals though, right? RTG has full digi kits for 60 right now. Is that the old ACU stuff? You can totally paint that shit. It's heavy. It's going to be 1,000 denier. Definitely getting an SOE day pack for each of my kids as they get older, Sully. Well, thank you. I have a stack right now of OD Black day packs. I can ship anyone tomorrow. And I also have Woodland. I have a stack of Woodland. And we've got a stack of black. And we have a small number. I think there's 6 black with OD. And then there's some other shit behind that. Kiri, what's up? Spent today cleaning my office, and I was shocked and impressed with the SOE collection. So many bags. We'll have to come up with some new shit for you. Can't wait for the Multicam Black NSW rig to come in. We just tasked those. Didn't you just order that thing? Somebody just ordered one of those. There's very little NSW content on YouTube. My Jungle Kit suspenders have a FUPA instead of a sternum strap. Nice. Kiri, can you hear me? Kiri, is Tim coming up there tomorrow? Is Tim coming up there this weekend? That's fucking awesome. Not to mention in Teotihuacan situation, there's going to be a lot of kitted out NPC. Yes, there is. And all you guys that are like, I don't need 40 mic pouches. I don't need grenade pouches. When the time comes, that shit's going to be there. But so are the pouches. I rock ULA packs. Used to be deep in the backpacking, but tweaked myself jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. Jiu-jitsu is supposed to fix you, not fuck you up. One of those Woodland day packs might be mine. That with a Woodland kit bag. Yeah, you probably is. We don't have the Woodland kit bag. And if there's a promo, I'm sure that's what it's waiting on. But it'll be allocated. It'll be in the box. Sent me a picture of his belt the other day. He got it like, haha, neener, neener. You should send him a picture of your dick. I'm sure you guys do that already, though. Never mind. Tim will be here this weekend. Fruit tree trimming class in our orchard. Hoping for... Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's fucking great. Make sure he shoots some content. Always worth it. Where did that go? Always worth it to have at least one 40 mic belt bandolier. Oh, you're right. I don't know if the pouches will be there. I had to buy all my guys 40 mic and saw pouches because we didn't get them issued. Sully, that's what Scully said too, man. Said the exact same thing. He had to get with our friend Jack Nelson and get up a bunch of old surplus shit. I have so much Typhon stuff on my order. I only seem to use like the Woodland kit. Like Scully and Jaeger say, I don't need to carry it all to fight. I need to train so I can take it from the loser of the fight. Any plans on doing a run of tapered war? No, we're not running. You're never going to see another tapered war belt. I actually built one the other day. I pulled the patterns out thinking we were going to build some, and I'm like, no, there's no fucking way we're building these. Hoping to order a small mesh pocket in Woodland and multicam with pals. Can you not do that? Is that not an option on the website? Working on having a video assistant for him will be great. Yeah, absolutely it will be. He's doing a ton of work over at Tad's place. They have a whole acre they're putting, they just hogged down an entire acre and then brought in a tractor and a seed drill and actually drilled the seed they wanted for forage stuff. And then they're putting in, I think, is it 27? I think he said they're putting 27 trees in the first row. Painting that, yeah, they are. We're just busy building all the other stuff, man. Not an option with pals. DB, Amanda.
Yes.
Hold on, what did he say? Hoping to order small mesh pocket. Look online, they must just not be in inventory. Small mesh pocket, Woodland, and multicam with pals. I'm pretty sure we even have them over there in multicam. Chewy, have a good night, man. Tell you I have 2 of your tool belts. One set up for electrical and one general work. Things are killer. Thank you, dude. That's a 2-inch duty belt you're talking about, right? Caught yesterday's video late. Your description of the emus. There's a blast, dude. The emus are so funny.
They don't even exist on here.
I'm pretty sure we have them over there. Make an option so they can be ordered, please. I think a lot of people aren't aware with the small mesh pocket with pals on the back. They're great. Everybody knows them with the Velcro. The ones with the pals are awesome because you can just put them in a bag and they don't stick to things with the Velcro. But those slots on the back, you can make 2 of them. You can mate 2 of them together, first of all. You can also put pins, pencils, chem lights, tools in those slots, and they work great, man. I like to use them in between things, like in a BBD bag. There's a video floating around of Scully, and he's got a 1911 on one side and 4 M4 mags on the other. And I think he's got 2 pistols and a light also on the side with the pistol, 2 pistol mags. But he puts that large mesh pocket with pals in there just to keep them from, smacking together. Any ginseng growing around you? I know we have ginseng hunters here. I have not ever looked for it or identified it. Those mesh pockets with pals should be orderable now. Amanda, do you sell clove oil or suggest a SOE friend that does?
No.
Do you have anything with clove? You did some stuff for.
I made some stuff
for Chuck.
But like you said, it wasn't strong enough. I would buy clove essential oil.
Clove essential oil, and that's it.
That's what I would use.
What do you think will carry about 250 rounds of 308 ammo? Loose 308, belted 308? What are we talking? Does it matter if it's individual, right? Are those precision rounds? Does it matter if they're clinking around? Clove oil is great for dental, yes. Any ginseng reminds me of the line from the old guy and where we were soldiers about there will be plenty of rifles on the ground when we get there, yeah. Love all your content from your Chaldean brother living in El Cajon. What's up, dude? El Cajon. Tell you I have 2 of your tool belt. Okay, I think we've read all these. Highly concentrated clove oil. will be the only oral relief when the pharmacy gets looted. Yep. How do you grow cloves? Would consider being a lone wolf being a bad thing. Do you like women? I assume you do. You'll get a lot further. I mean, lone wolf, you always got to look over your shoulder. Nobody can, fucking keep watch while you sleep. It gets lonely, I would think. Tons of wild ginseng grows in Wisconsin. With the open top on the spent mag subload, could you attach that to a belt and run belt-fed ammunition? No, not ideal. That elastic's gonna, would it pull through there? It probably would. I wouldn't want to do that. The spent mag is a saw pouch. Like, legitimately, it is a saw pouch. Tuck it inside or open it up and just feed the ammo out of there if you had to. But guys don't really run shit like that, right? Those cardboard boxes, that they get issued, they would put those in there, but they're running them out of drums and nut sacks. We took a bunch of the SEAL team drums and cut the backs out of them and basically made a door that would flap so they could just put that cardboard box in that thing and feed out of the box. Quasum Tory, $100. I don't know what we're talking about, buddy. What's $100? That's my plan. Just me, my wife, and kids, no friends. Make a lot of money and move someplace remote, man. It's always better when you have help, though. Like, who's going to help you build the pole barn? It's a lot better when you have somebody that will show up when you need assistance, Clove is a tropical plant, better have in the greenhouse. Interesting. Yes, we live near some huge ginseng farms up here in northern Wisconsin. I keep clove oil for dental. I have a hockey grill of teeth. I have a hockey grill of teeth for over 10 years. Now you can't get it anywhere. Walmart, Walgreens. Really? I did not know that. Amanda, find clove oil online. Miscellaneous projects, what's up? How would you approach getting started homesteading if you are single and on a budget, no wife or kids? Well, I mean, you can homestead anywhere. I mean, we homesteaded in the backyard in San Diego, and we were not like rural. We were like in the city. I had ducks. I had a garden every year. I had a garden year round, really. It was in San Diego. So, I mean, you can homestead anywhere. But ideally, get yourself some property or live someplace a little more remote where you can spend your weekends doing homestead stuff. Trailer and some raw land. Yeah, trailer. 15 milliliters lasts forever. I would start looking for a woman before I start looking for a farm. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely easier when you have two incomes. Used to be a TV show about ginseng hunters. I remember it. And like-minded and loyal circle of friends for a team is absolutely. I wonder at this point if there's any non-GMO seeds in the world. I'll bet there's not, man. I'm of the belief that all of the meat that comes from the grocery store is vaccinated. I am also of the belief that every piece of produce that comes from the grocery store is vaccinated.
I found a 16-ounce bottle for $43.
$43, 16-ounce bottle of what? Clove oil?
Clove essential oil.
Clove essential oil. People out there preserving genetics, do not worry. Other side of that spectrum, there can be too many people who know where you are when shit hits. Yeah, I mean, be someplace remote. It doesn't matter if fucking people know where I am. The time comes to get here, they ain't fucking getting here. Not if you're not already here. I've spent my entire life preserving plant genetics. Find an old farmer that needs a hand and trade labor for a place to park a camper. Learn the things from the old timer. Yeah, and what you're going to find is that old timer, when he don't have family to help him, he also doesn't usually have family that he's going to give that place to. That might be you. You could start working towards that, Guns and Gaming. Send me gear for review. You got a YouTube? Yeah, I'll get right the fuck on that. I mean, I've only been in business 35 years. Let's send some gear to a dude who just started a YouTube channel. Who are you, Guns and Gaming? That's a lot of green propane tanks. I buy more than that every year, dude. We just put them away. You know you're not going to be able to get these pretty soon. These, they're banning them all through the United States. You're going to have to buy a tank that you now take and trade in, so you do a propane swap. You pay way fucking more for it. Jim looks practical. It's getting there. It's getting there. We're moving this guy out tomorrow. We're moving the rest of these cages out tomorrow. My guy built stands. We had all the cages that were on the ground. Despite the building being 85 degrees, the cages on the floor were thermometering out at 55 degrees yesterday. So we have built stands like this, but they're only 12 inches off the ground. We basically built these, and everything is elevated 12 inches so that we can now circulate warm air under the cage so they are not sitting on the floor. Probably loadouts with a High Point and an old Crown Vic. They just take anything that's good, don't they? Yeah, I mean, it's like the California Air. You want to see a perfect example of the fucking government getting involved and fucking something up completely? California Air Resource Board, CARB. Remember the gas? Remember you used to get gas cans that actually poured and flowed? And then they California Air Resource Board, and then every state in the United States adopted it. That's why you can't fucking pour gasoline out of a gas can anymore. None of them work because they fucking banned them. Concrete. No, we didn't insulate the floor of that building. It is not concrete. So there's that. Propane tanks have tripled, and absolutely they've tripled in cost. Do you have a bulk propane tank like diesel and fuel? I do not, Brian. I do not. I need a 500-gallon tank. That was my intention. Everything I'm hearing is I cannot put a tank within 10 feet of a building, which is a fucking massive problem right now here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Weirdos unite. Paul Wheaton, speaking of weirdos. That crazy Paul guy has a whole program for doing that. Yeah, he does. What's that called? What's he call that thing? It's pretty good when you listen to it. Like, fucking great idea. Guns and Games has 38 videos. A lot of one-handed shooting in video games. Right on. I mean, he might even be somebody I know. I mean, I recognize the name. Maybe it's just because it's similar to something else. But the way to get me to say, I suspect it's somebody I know, because nobody actually wanting gear is going to come on here and be like, send me gear to review. SKIP program is what they call it. What's that an acronym for? Have you looked at lining up multiple tanks to get the equivalent volume of gas? Yeah, I might just run, because I can put 100 gallons anywhere. I might just run several 100 gallons. It's a backup. It's not primary source. Do I like the rocks versus cement? Oh, no, I would much rather have cement. It was like $100,000 they quoted to cement the parking lot and the driveway. The gravel is, $750 a load, and I bring in a couple loads a year. skills to inherit property. I thought there was a different name. Like when I heard him on Spearco the first time, it wasn't Skip. He had a different name for it before. Skip works though. Skills to inherit property. Asphalt millings work good for driveway, especially compacted. Yeah, I might have to look into that. You don't hear that here very much. Same with like crushed concrete, like recycled concrete. You don't hear that very much either. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off of here. You guys seen these? These are fucking cool. These little stackable crates for batteries. What do you think of the January 6th bomber getting ID'd as Capitol Police officer? How about the FBI agent that said they were on the trail doing surveillance on her neighbor's house and was abruptly called off and told to stand down? How about that? Gravel grids. Are you talking about geotextile? The like plastic accordion shit that the gravel goes in? Those actually seem pretty good. I've seen people use them on steep driveways and shit. I've not seen them in real life. I've seen them in videos and such, but they do seem promising. All right, guys, we'll be doing the Pulling the Thread podcast tomorrow. We'll record some other content also. So we do have the full build video, which has a lot of extra stuff in it too, on this bag build. Brandel has put it up. I don't know when it will go live, but watch for that. All right, guys, good night.